Balrog, a demon of the ancient world. His foe is beyond any.
Listen, what's up with it, YouTube? I had to bring one back. You know what I'm talking about? My top 5 most gangster moments in Lord of the Rings. This time I'm going to remix it, and I'm going to say most gangster people. And sometimes people can mean peoples, even though I know people is already plural before anybody say nothing. You know, people like to be real petty in these YouTube streets. But anyway, man, listen. Honorable mention, you know, he can't be in my top 5 this time. But I'm going to say honorable mention.
Shall not pass!
Gandalf, because Gandalf is really kind of like a deity. He's kind of like walking with a angel. I think I've said it before in my previous Lord of the Rings movies. Like, Gandalf is really not a man. He's a deity parading around in human flesh and pretending to be a wizard. That's one of the things I like about Lord of the Rings. Like, when people compare it to stuff like Harry Potter and things like that, I'll be like, it's not the same. It's not the same. I like Lord of the Rings for the violence, the war, the fighting, things like that. That type of thing intrigues me. But Gandalf can't use his powers on regular people. If you ever notice that, if you watch the movie, he might do subtle tricks and things like that, but he can't use his powers against regular people. That's why he uses his staff and his sword. But in this situation, when this big, fiery, stinking, smoking demon from the abyss rises up out of the ashes and Gandalf yells out, "Swords won't help you here." Run. You know what I'm talking about? Gandalf got this right here. You shall not pass. That's still really the most gangster thing in Lord of the Rings. I must say, one of my favorite parts. You know what I'm saying? The darkness would not avail you. Like, I really know the thing line for line. Everything he said, fly you fools. That's my stuff. Shout out to Gandalf, man. Honorable mention, you know what I'm talking about? Against this big, stinking, smoking, smelly, ugly, fiery demon from the pit of the abyss, or whatever I called him. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, number 5 on my list. Number 5 on my list.
Let him go, you filth.
Let him go!
I'm a boy, Samwise Gamgee. You know what I'm talking about? Now, y'all know, if y'all paid attention to me before, y'all know I'm not a big fan of Samwise, because I could never be nobody's manservant. But one thing I can say about Samwise is, he got down where he got mad at. You know what I'm talking about? When he thought that spider killed Frodo, when he thought that spider did Frodo in, and he realized Frodo wasn't gone, and he had an opportunity. Listen, get away from him. Samwise got down where he got mad at. Sam is a gangster. Whatever else I can say about Sam that I don't like, one thing about him, he a gangster. Him and Frodo may have not really been friends, but he treated Frodo like he was, well, he did call him master. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Number 4 on my list. Number 4 on my list. Aragorn. Now, some people might think he should be high, but this where I got it. This where I got him, the future king to be, the man who should have been king the whole time. Aragorn. Aragorn gangster for many reasons. Anyway, he's the ones who reunified everything and helped everybody win the final battle. But the first thing I seen my boy Aragorn do, you know what I'm talking about? When they was up on Weathertop and the Nazgul came, and you know the rumor is that no man could ever kill the Witch King or nothing like that. Aragorn didn't give a damn about that. Boom, fire in your face, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You know what? He got the swing in his sword and fire in your face, nigga. Get back, get back. Then when he got told to go to the city of the dead under the mountain, he showed up with this reforged sword and cross swords with these ghostly spirits, these ghastly restless spirits. That could have been me. First of all, I'm not going inside a mountain, under a mountain, around a mountain, over a mountain, none of that for that fact. But Aragorn is gangster, and he did all that not just to save the world, but to get some elf cat.
Sometimes I just play too much. Sometimes I just be doing too much. I do.
Nah, he really loved her. Anyway, number 3 on my list. You know what? I said I had to do, some of them were going to be peoples, even though people is plural. I'm going to say peoples. The road here gotta be the most gangster set of people in the god doggone series. Listen, let me tell you something. First of all, The Rohirrim are not like Gondorians. That means they not Superman. They not elevated men. They not high men. They're what's called middle men. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no extended life. They not unnaturally tall, intelligent. None of that like the Gondorians supposed to be. The Rohirrim are just raw dog cats who like horses. Raw dog dudes who like horses. That's who the Rohirrim is. But not only did they face over 10, 12, 15,000 orcs, you know, talking about in the two towers when they was crunched down in that cave castle, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called right now. But not only was it only like 300 of the Rohirrim, because in the books, the elves never showed up. That didn't happen. That's only in the movies. In the books, it was just like 300. Most of them was like old men. Not only did they hold it down till the West March show up, to Aramir and them showed up, but in the third movie, when they arrived at Gondor and they seen 70, 80,000, I think that's what the estimate said in the books, like 70 to 80,000 orcs and fell beasts and creatures and trolls and all type of stuff. Them niggas didn't run. They looked at the field. My boy Theoden, who might be my favorite king in the book Spirit, Theoden turned around and said, "Death! Death!" Listen, I already had that in my most gangster moments. Listen. Hey, ere the sun rises. Listen, a sword day, a red day. Listen, I love me some Theoden. That was so gangster to me, but hold on. Let me take you even further. When they was on the battlefield and they was putting the orcs they was running the orcs off, and all of a sudden a Wayne Rider showed up on them giant elephants. Nigga Theoden said, to me, and went head up. Now I know this could never happen in real life, especially not with no elephants that was unnaturally big like these elephants. These ain't even regular sized elephants. These are giants. But that was so gangster. Then my boy Aramir chunked the spear. You know I love me some football. He quarterbacked that spear dead into the elephant and laid him out. The Rohirrim were gangster. Number 2 on my list. Legolas. Legolas definitely could be high, but Legolas did a lot of gangster things in Lord of the Rings. In the books, they actually left it out of the movies, but when they was coming down that river, you know what I'm saying? I want to say at the end of Two Towers, when they were coming down that river, one of the Nazgûl was riding on a beast, was flying over, and Aramir actually shot him out the sky. He fell over the bank. Like they left that out of the movie, but did I say Aramir again? Legolas did a lot of gang stuff. First of all, let me go to the third movie, bro. Legolas literally ran up an elephant by himself, killed the elephant, and killed everybody on the elephant's back. Like, Legolas was beyond gangster. He was just super athletic, super agile. And the crazy thing about it, me being a book reader, the crazy thing about it, the elves have, kind of like, you know, the Gondorians to the Rohirrim, the elves have high elves, middle elves, and then they got the elves who kind of don't know nothing about nothing. Legolas is not some high-level elf. He's not one of the original, he's not one of those elves that are unnaturally gifted by the trees of light from the old days, like the Year of the Trees. He's not gifted like that. Now, he does have certain gifts from his bloodline because he's the son of a king, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not he's not Fëanor. He's not like Fingolfin. He's not one of those cats. But he was dope as hell, just gangster. Legolas put an end to a lot of stuff that didn't make no sense. But because it was Legolas, you know what? Plot armor is pretty dope. But number 1 on my list, I got to go back to the Rohirrim, but specifically to Elwyn. Because Elwyn killed...
I am no man.
Somebody that they said no man could ever kill. That was the prophecy. No man would ever kill him. His time is far off, but it will happen. Elwyn not only killed, Elwyn killed the beast, giant, dragon, rooster, snake, eel thing, whatever it was. Elwyn chopped his head off. And then stabbed an hour behind her uncle. You know what I'm talking about? All behind her uncle. After she done hid and put on this armor to pretend to be a man. Now, Pippin did help a little bit, but still, Elwyn got to be the most gangster person in Lord of the Rings to me. And that's why it really bugs me when I see certain things like with Rings of Power. And, you know, I'm talking about, Wheel of Time since it's back now. Like, why do they feel this need to forcefully try to pump up these women in these shows and these movies and make them way more stronger and badass than what they, you know what I'm saying, are in the books, when these books really didn't crap on these women as much as you think. Like, literally, you got Elwyn was, you know what I'm saying, a female warrior that knocked off the Witch King. You know what I'm saying? You got Galadriel, the strongest elf alive, you know what I'm saying, in the regular. It wasn't a situation where women was getting pooped on in these books. Now, these men may not have known how to properly write women all the way, but they didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not like some people make it out to be like they were just, oh, women yuck. You know, it's about same for Wheel of Time, where the women really were the ones who were crapping on the men for like the first 7, 8, 9 books of Wheel of Time. Like, you know what? Until Maps from Time and what's the name? Rand and all of them kind of get the men going. Like, the women really crap on the men all throughout them books. So I don't know why the shows took these liberties. I know I'm rambling. I don't know why the shows took these liberties to try to go with this whole feminist movement and feminist march when they didn't have to. The women were badass already. Junior.